morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm Yvonne with Southern Designs and Finds, and welcome. This is my segment of the Fun Friday brown paper bag craft event, Fun Friday event with Craft Around the Clock. So the description and the link to Craft Around the Clock group is in the description of my video. And you feel free to go over there, go up to my description and click on that and join the group. You'll be able to watch the paper bag crafts today up in the featured section. I think you'll be able to just search paper bag crafts, but it should come up because today's it'll feature today's crafters on there. So y'all come on in and I'll find myself here and see if I can see comments. Wow, I got a bunch of comments there. Hey Rhonda, hey Kathy, hey Cheryl, good morning. Hey Sherry, good morning to you. Hey Angie, well thank you. Gail, how are you doing? Hey Tracy, how are you? I've been under just a little bit of the weather. Caught something, I think I caught what Mr. Wonderful has had. But I'm doing okay, you know, just sound kind of funny, I guess. And I took a Benadryl the night before last, and then yesterday I was pretty good, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's allergies. Maybe I just need to take another one. Good morning, Irma. Kingdom Acres, good morning to you. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Anita. So y'all come on in, and we'll get started. Have y'all enjoyed what you've been seeing? I only saw Pat this morning. That's the only one I got to see because I had to get ready, get a shower, and get ready for my segment. But I'll go back and watch Debbie and, and I'll watch a few others because I really just kind of need to take it easy. So, good morning from California. What's the weather like in California where you are? Hey, Kelly, good morning to you. Hey, Grace. Grace redesigned by Shonda. I recognize you this morning. It's hard to say Grace, but anyway, Shonda. Hello, Babs. How are you, my friend? And there's Made on the Loop. There's my friend Gretchen. Hey, everybody. So I've done, matter of fact, I meant to go get it just to show you. I've done wreaths out of paper bags. I've done pumpkins out of paper bags. And if y'all want to see my Christmas wreath I did yesterday, I can go get that at the end of my live. It's just over here in the storage room of the basement. Hey everybody, hey Diane, how are you, my coffee buddy? She's my coffee buddy. Good morning, Pat. I love what you did with that witch's hat. I didn't get to watch the very beginning of it, but so cheers everybody, cheers. 51 where you are in California. Okay, right now the high is going to be what? 76. I don't know what part of California you're in. My best friend is in Colfax, California. It's about 55 minutes from Sacramento. So I guess, what is that, Northern California? And she said it's been chilly too. Hey Sheila, good morning. You're on a vacation day, but working. What? That's no vacation. Good grief. Working or working around the house. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to play around with some mittens, okay? I'm going to make some mittens out of paper bags. I started to do a Christmas tree where I cut the strips and I was trying to curl them and just do a Christmas tree. You just cut strips out of your paper bags and, but it was just getting too tedious and I didn't feel good. So I said, let's just do that another time, So it's easy to do. But anyway, I'm just going to take my lunch bags that I used for my pumpkins and my wreaths, and we'll get started. You've inspired. Oh, I hope you do a pumpkin. I do, Pat. I'd love to see it. So I'm just going to, we're going to do some mittens. This was my pattern that I drew out, just some little mittens. And so I've got two here. If we have time, I'll do another one too. And you know how the paper bags have the little flap on the back? So that's going to be my back, okay? But we're going to glue these together. We're going to paint them first, and we're going to glue them together. One of them I'm probably not going to paint. I think I'm just going to kind of grunge it around the sides. But we'll go ahead and paint this one. And kind of go from there. How about that? So I'm thinking about how I'm going to do this. Okay, so we'll just paint the front and then the back of the other one. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, right? Okay, so let's get started here. And I'm going to paint it because I think mittens are cute too. You like making mittens from paper bags, Sherry? They're fun, aren't they? I'm sure you make some pretty ones, real shabby chic ones. I'm going to, this is what I did either last year or a couple of years ago. I made this with the little bitty mittens and just made me a little Christmas sign. And I think that turned out really cute with the rusted snowflakes, which are in my storage room. And I just added some snow tech to them, added a little bit of snow or white paint, you know, just to make it look like snow. But that's what I did either last year or year before. I can't remember. But those are fun, you know, to do. So let's get started painting these. Like I said, you don't have to paint them. I'm so glad you caught me live, Barbara. Good deal, good deal. Hey, Chris. Yeah, y'all say hello to all of our friends. I'm going to paint them with the Paint Couture Autumn Sage. It's just one of my favorite colors from Paint Couture. I love that sage green. And as you know, this is the color of my kitchen cabinets, and it's also the color of my built-ins. So I just think it would be a lot of fun just to put these in a like a small dough bowl or a little basket, and just basically have little stuffies, you know, just stuff them and have little stuffies made out of the mittens instead of making a sign. I may make up a sign later on, you know, just a little sign similar to what I did because that was just so popular. And but we're going to kind of just make these a little kitschy, I call it. They're going to be have a little bit of a vintage flair to them. And I don't have to paint these solid because I'll make sure, okay, I'm gluing these together, right? Yeah. So that's going to be the front, and this is going to be the back. Okay. So, but after, we'll get these dried, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is my idea about it. I just, like I said, I felt like doing something simple. The Christmas tree was just getting a little bit too tedious. You just cut a bunch of strips out of your paper bag, you know, an inch or less, and then you just kind of form a tree and curl up the edges. And I thought, okay, how do I curl them? Do I have to put Mod Podge on them and curl them? And that was beginning to be a mess. And, you know, to get them to stay curled, I don't know if they would stay curled if I didn't do the Mod Podge. Thank you, Teresa, for passing those biscuits. I appreciate that. I just thought, you know, a little basket or a bowl, dough bowl. I've got little mini dough bowls that I can put these in, and maybe with some little primitive, I've got some primitive candy canes that are made out of, you know, grungy fabric. I just thought that would be so super cute to do. And just to have them laying around, you know, nothing fancy, right? Wonderful Whimsical by Mandy. Well, hello, how are you? Isn't it a pretty green, Sherry? I like it. I do. And let's see, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I can't remember my commands. What I'm going to be using a rub-on transfers. This particular book is not available. It's because it was one of last year's holiday collections. But IOD has some wonderful transfers for Christmas. Somebody do my commands. I don't know. Thank you, Teresa. I got this from Brooke from her boutique when I went to her crafting retreat. You know, she had things for sale in her boutique. And see how it's kind of curling up? We're going to iron that in a second here. But I wanted to get them dried up. And you could grunge these and bake them in the oven too if you wanted to. But yeah, I love this green. It is so pretty. I think it'll be pretty in dough bowl, Sherry. Isn't that kind of what you do sometimes too? Commands are available. There's Notify, Followage, Christian, Prince. That's my Decoupage Central That's my Decoupage Central. If you do exclamation point prints, that'll take you to my Decoupage Central link. It'll be the link to Decoupage Central. And then just go and do the search for IOD transfers, okay? And see what they have. They've got one called Joy, and that one is good. I need to write those down afterwards. So prints, exclamation point prints is Decoupage Central. I just put prints. I guess I could have done decoupage, but anyway. So I'm going to iron this. Now iron, I don't know if something's going on with my cord, but every now and then, it's plugged in, but it'll light up and then it won't light up. So I think something's going on with my cord. Anyway, I'm just going to take a piece of parchment paper here and just iron it back out where it's kind of curling up a little bit, just to give me a good surface here to work with. So, and then we're gonna, you know, like I said, I'm gonna do a print on this transfer that I think will be cute. Okay, I want to make sure I did it on the right side, but I did. Did I do that on the right side? No, I did not. Look at there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to paint the other side of this. Lord of mercy, we'll save that one. Well, I'll just paint it on the other side. So I'm going to have to paint this one. I knew, gosh, this is the back of it. I don't know what I was thinking. Let me get this painted up. You know, when you've got a cold, sometimes you just feel so out of sorts. So, I haven't been doing too much, so around, you know, just what I have to do around the house, but I haven't been out anywhere, or I canceled my dentist appointment because I didn't think they would appreciate me coming in with a crud, or if that's what I've got, you know, so to get my teeth clean. Yeah, so I got to get this painted on this side because this was the back or the front, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's get this one dried up. And like I said, you don't have to really get these solidly painted because they're going to be grungy looking anyway and vintage looking. So, but anyway, but you can do exclamation point print. Go over to Decoupage Central, and up there at the top, there's a search bar, little bars, and just search for IOD transfers. And I know they've got one that I know will work called Joy. I don't have that particular one for this year. I think I have Santa's Hollow, but the one I'm going to be working with is cute from last year, and some of you may have it. You might have bought it last year, but it's called Kitschy Christmas. Kitschy, K-I-T-S-C-H-Y, Kitschy Christmas, and it's got a bunch of little vintage, cute little vintage designs in it, just for small projects and things like that. It's got some large transfers in it too. But, so let's see. So I'm over at 10:45, right? Okay. So I'm on a little bit earlier than normal. So that's okay. All right. So I've got them both sides painted here. We call it pudding head. What's pudding head? What's pudding head, Deborah? What is pudding head? What did I say? I don't know. Good morning. Love fun crafts. I always think of things I might do with older grands. This would be fun, Laurie. This would be fun to do. Sure would. Even with the younger ones, just glue it. Use the glue for them so they don't get burned with the hot glue, you know. So before I hot glue these together, well, I could hot glue them together. I could do that. But right now, I'm just going to do my transfer. So this is the book. The Iron Orchids, IOD, Kitschy, it's backwards. Kitschy Christmas. You know, Facebook won't let us reverse our cameras anymore. So it's got a bunch of cute little patterns in it. You know, just kitschy. They're vintage. You see what I'm saying here? It looks like back from the 40s and the 50s. That's that one. I'm going to be using a sweet little deer right here. I'm going to do a couple of deers, I think I'm going to use this little deer here with the bird. I think the bird's going to show up on that one. And, but I do have another deer I could use. I wonder if the bird's going to show up on that blue? I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Blue and green. It'd show up a whole lot better if it was a white background, obviously. So, okay, so I'm going to just cut it out here. Just kind of cut what I want out. But it's got some cute little rabbits, little fun little animals and things like that. Just really cute. And some of you, like I said, may have it already. What did one mitten say to the other mitten? I love you. Oh, gosh. Cute, 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 cute. Oh, yeah, when you're thinking of a cold, you can't think clearly, yeah. So anyway, but this one was cute, too. Look at that one with the little girl. You know, isn't that cute? So these are little loose ones. I'm going to have to figure out a way to either put them in an envelope and put them all together, because once you cut them out, sometimes, you know, they're separate like that. I think the bird's going to show up, so that's what I'm hoping. So I'm gonna make this one the top. So let's get this on. So I'm just gonna peel it off here and get it down low enough, because I'm gonna have something going on at the top too. So I think down here is good. And then, you know, once you get it down, it's down, okay? I just thought these little designs were so cute. Now I'm just going to take my little transfer tool. These come with your kits. It comes in your rub-on transfers. You can use that, or if any of you have ordered rub-on transfers from my sweet friend Melanie from Christian Craft Paper, she has a transfer tool too. And I love it. I love it. It's, do I have it here with me here in this one? It looks like this. And it's nice too. It just, you know, you just use it the same way. And it's nice because it has little areas, points where you can pull it up and things like that. She sells them separately, and then sometimes she'll sell them with a kit. They'll be included in a rub-on transfer kit. So, but anyway, you just rub them on. Rub, rub, rub. Easy to do. And you start pulling up, and if you feel any resistance, just go back and rub it a little bit more, because part of her ear was just not wanting to come off. And I'm just continuing to rub it. Sometimes I've told y'all can heat up your transfer, and that will release it really quickly too. I just didn't heat it up, but my mitten here is fairly warm, so it's fairly warm. Okay, it's all clean. And then you can take this and burnish it if you want to, or just rub it with your fingers, whatever you want to do. Just kind of burnish it on there. And I just think it'll be cute. Like I said, I've done them with snowflakes on them and just decorated with other things. Isn't that adorable? You can see the bird. Look at there. Ah, that is so cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, and see this little kit, this little rub-on transfer here where the ornaments are cute. So, I just think it would be sweet. There's my friend Debbie from Secondhand Treasures. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Yeah, so see how easy it is to work with this? So now we're just going to glue the mitten together. And I'm going to leave the top open. And let's get some glue here. Let me get a glue stick. And I love having everything at my fingertips, not everything on my cart. It's nice having this table down here. And I'm in my sock feet. I just got socks on. It's just wonderful being able to craft out of my house, you know? So, all right, so I'm just gonna kind of line it up here best I can, and then we may have to trim it a little bit. I may get it, knowing me, I'll get it off. So just do a little bead of glue, not a whole lot. And I find sometimes I have to go ahead and I still have to, after when I'm stuffing it, you know, they come loose, the paper comes loose again, so I have to re-glue it, but that's no biggie either. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time here, just to make sure I kind of get them lined up as best possible as I can. Bad thing about these particular glue guns is they don't put out a real small bead of glue, you know. Okay. Make sure everything's glued down here. Hey Joanne, good to see you. Hey Anastasia, good to see you too. Aren't they cute? What? Oh, here she goes again. For too much, she's on a roll. What did the mitten say to the hand? I've got you covered. God, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Cute, cute, cute. So anyway, I've left the end open so we can stuff it with some polyfill. So there's one. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get the other one painted too. Did I make another one? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. So let's get this one painted. And I'm just going to do it in green too. I'm not going to do them all in green. I'm going to have some that are natural. You know, and I think that'll look good too. But I just think it would be just so cute to put these in a bowl, a dough bowl, a little small dough bowl, a little basket, whatever you've got. And y'all could probably think of some other ways to use these little mittens too. But they're fun to make. They're just easy. And like I said, like y'all were saying, this would be a really fun little craft to do with your grandchildren. And I think they would love it. And just give them all kind of embellishments and different things that they could put on the paper. You know, let them just be creative and use their imagination and really come up with something cute. You know, it's so good to have something like that encourages them. It gets them off their phone for one thing, and to explore their creativity, because you know they don't really realize sometimes maybe how creative they are. So yeah, it's creative to come up with some kind of funny content or something on Instagram, on their Instagram page or something like that. But this gets them off their phone, gets them talking, gets them laughing. You know, make them some brownies or something, you know, and just do something fun. So I may even do this with Megan. She's in college, but this might be something fun they might want to do for their dorm door. They decorate their doors and they have contests and things. They might want to do something on their dorm door or on a little Christmas tree or something like that. Small tree. So, you know, there's all kind of ideas and things you could do, right? Yeah, Sherry, right? Oh, did I do the wrong side again? I did. Thank you, dear. I can't think straight. Thank you for telling me that. Golly, opposite. I should just leave the back, the natural color. Oh gosh. Thank y'all for the hearts. I'm not perfect, y'all know that. I need y'all to help me all I can get, especially when I'm running my mouth. And here I matched it up and everything, thinking, okay, it matches up. That's just too much thinking this morning. I've got some of that glitter. Oh gosh, I'll show you in a minute. Some of that vintage, whatever you want to call that, trim. Can't think of it right now at the moment. Not icicles. What are they? Show it to you in a second. Your great-grands love to craft with me, and this would be fun. And you're making memories, Linda, right? Has it been a long... Yeah, it's been a long week for me. Yeah, for sure. So, you love mittens for dough bowls? Hey, Michelle. Oh, it is a pretty color, isn't it, Pat? This is my kitchen cabinets. It's not quite this. This is more blue behind me, but it's a sage. I mean, it's called autumn sage. I love it. It's one of my favorite sage colors from Paint Couture. So, and I have a link for that if y'all want that. That All Paints site. All Paints products. That's who manufactures Paint Couture. And they have paint art and all on that site too. So let's get this one ironed on now. Get them both going. And ouch, don't fall. I guess it's still on. Just after you paint it, they tend to want to curl up. So this really helps when you're gluing them together. Not necessary, but it sure does help. So let's get that one. See how it's curling up? Right. And like I said, I started to do the tree, but what a mess trying to soak those strips in Mod Podge and then drying them. How do you keep them dry? Not sticking to the parchment paper or something, you know? I just couldn't. I think they may have, if you just curl them up on the ends yourself, I think they might stay. Anyway, but that's an idea too. You want to do that. All right, I think I didn't bring any water. Doesn't matter, I didn't bring any water to put my brush in. So let me do this. Let me put it in one of my moist towels here so that I won't ruin my brush. Are nice. My friend, one of my friends, Vicki Mason, Hartman Mason, uses these tub of towels, and they are so nice. They have lanolin in them, and they're good for cleaning, but they're good for crafts too. And they'll clean stuff right off. And they have lanolin in them for your hands instead of just plain baby wipes. But they're good for cleaning the houses. Our cleanup crew was using those. So, all right, so. Let's see here. Okay, so I got to decide. I'll just use this one as my front. So let's pick out another one. I'm going to get back up here and see what I got. That bunny is cute too. Look at that bunny. Should I do 2 deer? There's a little bunny. That's cute. See if that'll fit. I've got that one, and I've got... let's see here. I've got another deer. Some of these are too big, like the big snowman. I just love this book. There's a smaller deer there. There's a bunny sitting on top of a package there. That's cute too. And you like the bunny, Sherry? Well, let's do the bunny. Let's just do that. Okay. I think it'll fit. Let me check that. Or at least most of it will fit. It fit. So let's just cut that one off. There's a Christmas tree there, you know, just you could do little ornaments. I just thought the little animals were so sweet and just perfect, I think, for, that's bugging me what this thing's called. What is this stuff called? Garland, tinsel garland. Okay, never mind, tinsel garland. I love that stuff. Gee. All right, I guess this one's going to go the same way since I did it that way. So let's get this one pulled off. And it's Choose Joy Crafts On Creations. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're doing as good as you can. You know, hope you're doing as well as you can. I know there's days, I'm sure that some days are so much harder for you than other days. And, you know, when the Lord brings people to my mind, there's a reason for it. And that's when I pray. And I just pray that God continues to comfort you and to give you the comfort and the peace that you need and the strength you need for that particular moment of the day. But I love your beautiful smile, and you're a beautiful testimony to us for surviving grief and working through grief and still finding joy through your grief. So, you know, we love you. So I'm just rubbing this on here. Like I said, you can heat it a little bit, either on the project or even when it's just like this, you can heat it, and it'll just help it release it a little bit. It just helps, especially if you have arthritis in your fingers or hands, or just don't have the physical strength to do a lot of rubbing. If you find that it's being a little difficult to rub. So, and like I said, if you feel any kind of resistance, like it's still sticking, just lay it back down and continue rubbing. You know, if you see a little piece still stuck on your backer sheet, like there, get that off, and just keep rubbing. And I think we're good. Now it's all clean, so that means we're all good. Oh, this has turned out so cute. Look at that one. Oh, isn't she sweet? Just so sweet. So incredibly sweet. So let's get this one glued on. And yes, this is the IOD Christmas kitschy Christmas book, but it was from last year. It's not available. I checked. It was last year's transfer book. But if you do exclamation point print, no space, that'll take you to the Decor Central site. And then do, up at the top, there's little bars, and just do a search for IOD transfers, and you'll see the Christmas ones this year. There's one called, I think, Christmas Joy, that has some small transfers in it, and I think it would work out good. I don't know if Mara, Retail Therapy by Mara, if she would have any left from last year or not, because she sells the IOD too, as well as, you know, Jonelle with Decor Central. I'm just an affiliate with Decor Central, and they were last year's model, and they sold out pretty quick, just like our our collection for this year is selling out. Once they sell out, they sell out. Jonelle was able to get a few more of those Saint Nick molds for this year. If y'all want one, go over there and see if they're still there. I think they were. The IOD molds, the Saint Nick. And then the Snow Globe was selling out fast too, that mold. But when they do their holiday collection, it's a limited edition, and once they're gone, they're gone. I can't tell you if she would bring it back out or not. It depends on how popular it was. I would imagine that sorry, this was pretty popular. I'm just gluing the edges here. Sorry about my cough. It got me tickled here. But that's where you can find it. Find some of the transfers, but they've got some cute Christmas ones. And I mean, look at them. You can kind of see the designs are in the book. Some of those books will have stuff that's not Christmas, but that'll certainly work. You know, so just be thinking about that too. So I'm going to have to probably trim that one up a little bit. I got it a little bit off. Get another sip of coffee here. Boy, I have a delay. Thank you, Linda, for passing those biscuits. Oh, they're not being nice with the comments, Lori? Pam, I see you, though. I see your comment there. Are you just not able to comment? So, who's got a birthday? Does Linda have a birthday? Linda, oh, it's your birthday. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweet Linda. Happy birthday to you. Have a great day. Have a great day. Oh, the first one needs painting on the other side. Thank you. Well, we can do that. Thank you. That's where I got messed up, wasn't it? Oh, I need y'all's help. That's no biggie. I can get this painted up real quick. Because if you were to use these as an ornament, I mean, you wouldn't have to paint the other side if you were putting these in a dough bowl. You just grunge the other side up and have something different. But if you wanted to use these as an ornament or something, then I would probably paint it. Yeah. So let's get this painted up. Won't take me but a second to do. Looks like I'm only going to have 2 to be able to decorate because I'm kind of running out of time. Okay, so let's get this one dried. Now we're going to stuff these and decorate them. Hey Vicki, I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was telling them about your tub of towels, how you turned me on to the tub of towels that you get at Home Depot or Lowe's. They're not cheap, but there's 90 some odd towels in them, okay? So they're gonna last a while, but they're big, and if you just used them just a little bit, fold it up, put it back in there, or put it in a plastic bag. That's what I do. Now I hope I didn't heat my glue, but anyway, so that's good. I am in my downstairs studio, and I've got on my little warm socks, my little slippers, and everything. So these turned out sweet. So let's go ahead and get these stuffed. I'm just gonna put a little bit of polyfill in each one, not a lot. You don't need a lot, but I'll just get some of these stuffed. Just kind of, you know, stuff them apart here. And I forgot to get me a skewer, so I'll have to use something else to poke these down in here. I've got to let's see. Do it this way. Do the eraser side. That way I'll poke a hole in it. Well, these are cute. So let me put some in a little thumb there, a little bit. If I can get it in there. And the little thumb goes. There we go. Maybe we'll get time to at least get this one decorated. How about that? So, you know, just stuff them as much as you want to. Like I said, these are really cute for little bowls, little ornaments, something like that. So I just poked a hole right there where I glued it, so I'm going to have to re-glue that right there. So, you know, it kind of opened up. So let's just glue that back. Okay, so we're going to, look how cute. Look how cute that is. So I'm going to just glue the top now together and show you what we're going to do there. There's a number of different ways we could do this. I've got 2 different kinds of trim. I've got this little fur I thought was cute. And I also have this little flat ribbon that I could fold over the top of it. So there's just different ways you could do this. So I think, I don't know. I think I kind of like the fur. So let's, for this one. I mean, we can do them all different ways. But let's just put a little bit of fur on the top. And I might put some on the other side too. This is made by Simplicity, which tells me I probably got this either from Walmart or I don't know if Hobby Lobby carries Simplicity or not over in their sewing section, but it doesn't say. It just says it's made by Simplicity. And I know Walmart sells Simplicity ribbon. So cute, cute, cute. So I'll probably do a little bit on the other side here too. So I think I'll just put a little bit here on this side too, just to kind of finish it off on this side too. Good morning, Lavender, Lace, and Laurie. Good to see you. Really cute. We've got 5 minutes. Okay, so I've got it on both sides. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. So this one is really sweet. Just doing it just like I did there. I had this little I had this in there too. I thought about putting as a border, but I don't think it's going to show up that as much with the with this one. But how cute is that? I'm going to leave it just like it is. I could put a little button up at the top if I wanted to. But let's see if we can get this one stuffed now. But these are just what I call little stuffies, and see if I can get it done. And I want to show you real quickly what else I did with one of them. Let's see here. I think the hardest part is just getting it stuffed down in there. Concentrating here, guys. Concentrating. Okay. A little bit more. Stuff that thumb. But I think they're turning out so sweet. 45 minutes just goes by so fast. Does it not go by fast? See, I mean, I know I could take a little extra time, but I hate doing that. I really do. But this one I feel like could get stuffed a little bit more down there on the end. You can get to it. That's the problem, is just getting to it. Maybe it's just where it was glued. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more, and then we're going to dress this one up real quick. Glue it up. So I guess I won't do the little strip across it. I just thought that was cute, doing the little strip. Okay, why aren't you covering it? Okay, so this one, we'll do this one. I'm going to take this, and what I'm going to do is just glue it on one side here, and then fold it over and glue it on the other side. So I just need to cut it. Just like so. And I don't know where I got this. This might have been at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Sometimes Walmart will carry this ribbon like that over in the Christmas section. So, let's get this one going here. Okay. Probably could have gone down a little further. Yeah, I could have. Anyway, did it. So what I'm going to do, since, let's see, I think I'm going to add a little bit of this. How about that? So let's add some of this little tinsel garland, since these little deer are kind of vintagey looking. So let's do that. And then what I'm going to do is take some vintage photo and go around the edges and kind of grunge these up a little bit. I think that'll be cute too. Look how cute that is. Is that not cute? Just a sweet little vintage ornament. And let's just take some vintage photo real quickly and get this going here. All right, let's see. So I'm just going to take, this is the Tim Holtz vintage photo, and just go around the edges here and kind of grunge it up a little bit, just to make it look even a little bit more vintagey. You can make these up with lace. You can use lace trim and little pearl buttons and make these look really shabby chic if you wanted to, Victorian. You know, so I could even add a little bit of grunge right here on the fur. How cute is that? So here's the one, all grunged up on the edges. Isn't that sweet? I just think that's so cute. Makes a big difference when you do that. And let's do the other one here. We'll grunge it up too. My time is really up, but I'm going to just finish this up real quick. So I know that the other crafter is probably already on and craft around the clock. But I did want to show you what I did with one of the mittens real quick. Give you an idea of something that you can do. Like I said, I think the next one I do, I'm not going to paint. I'm going to leave it natural and then just do the edges, you know, grunge the edges. But here's the two. Aren't they sweet? I just think they're so cute. So cute. And like I said, you can make a little sign with them if you want to, and I may do that. Just a cute little sign, and they're hanging from a little knob like that. But here, right here, is the little gift bag. And look how cute that is. Just take a small one or one like this. And what I did is I just took a bead reamer, something that's got a really, you know, and made a hole in it. Okay, I made a hole in it. And then I took my bead threader. You can also use floss threaders. And just took this organza ribbon and put it through the hole. And tied it on a little gift bag. And how cute is that? How cute is that, just to take a brown paper bag and then use a brown paper bag and transform it into a little ornament for their gift bag for Christmas, and then they get to take that off and hang it on their tree. So that is just a really cute idea too. Isn't it cute, Linda? I just thought so too. So see, you could do any of them like that. And they're just sweet. So that was an idea I came up with last night. And I just thought, you know, you got an ornament, you got a cute little gift bag. You could either stamp on this too if you wanted to, or decoupage a little scene. Leave it brown like that. And just take you some fancy little ribbon and just hang that like that. Even red ribbon, green ribbon, you know, check ribbon, whatever. And, but I just think that they're vintage. You know, here's a sweet little vintage deer that I transferred on there. So I like the bunny though. I think the bunny might be one of my favorites right there. But I could have stuffed her more in the thumb, but that's okay. I don't know if I can work it down in there or not, but I can try. I could probably reheat it and get some in there, but that's cute. I like that. Isn't that cute? So that's my craft for today for the brown paper bag event. Hope you enjoyed it and you got some cute ideas to do. And if you make any, please share them with me in my free group, or just put them in the comments or message me. My free group is Create with Southern Designs and Finds, and I'd love to see what y'all do with these. So, all right, a lot of fun. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. See y'all next week. Bye-bye.